Hi, everybody. Welcome to Psychic Skills for Beginners. I'm Sherry Klein, and I'm really excited you're here. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit about breath work and the importance of it. We're going to do a meditation, and then I'm going to give you some homework to do. But before we start, I would like to go back to our last class, which was about chakras. And after every class, I encourage people to write comments or questions. And then I always tell them that I'm going to address it on the next class. So our last class, here's the question, was from Debbie C. And she wrote, how often do you need to work on your chakras? As needed, daily, weekly, or monthly? That is really a wonderful question. I would suggest you try to do a little something with your chakras every day. Even if it's in the shower and you take your fingers and kind of try to get them all going in the same direction and envision that they're all spinning nicely and they're clear, that would be great. And then you could do a weekly, more deep cleansing, whatever feels right to you. A lot of times your spirit guides will kind of nudge you, or you'll feel it like, oh, my heart hurts, or I've got a heartache. Then work with the heart chakra. So that was a great question. Thank you. And she also put, love these classes. So great for beginners. And she said this was her first time working with chakras, and she found it very interesting. So yay, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Debbie. And thank you for the comments. So let's get into breath work. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, well, what does that have to do with opening up my psychic abilities? It kind of has a lot to do. Breath work they use in meditations all the time. How many times, every time when you do a guided meditation, they always start you with slow down your breath, take deeper breaths. It just resets everything. And it can also open portals to the other side. So many people take shallow breaths. And me, I'm one of those people too. And when we do that, it signals to our body that we're in fight or flight. And it makes us anxious. It can cause a lot of havoc in the body. So the more of course, there's all kinds of different ways to do breathing techniques. The best one that I like is breathing in through the nose, because there's hairs in our nose for a reason. They can filter out the toxins. I like to breathe in and out, in through my nose and out through my mouth. And again, the reasons why we do this breath work, it can improve your circulation. It can help the nervous system. It can actually slow down aging. It opens up the blood vessels in your body, gets the oxygen in your body. When you have a lot of oxygen in your body, it's hard for disease to really get a hold. So that's always good. One thing many years ago when I was in school training for mediumship and psychics, my teacher said to do this alternative breathing where you hold one nostril, breathe in, then breathe out through the other side, then breathe in, and then breathe out. What that does is it kind of gets both hemispheres of your body. It gets the analytical mind and the spirit mind working. So again, a lot of ways to do breath work that opens up. So everything is good when you do deep breathing. Let's see what else. One thing too. Oh, I do want to talk about belly breath. For the longest time, I could never figure out what people were talking about when they said, take a deep belly breath. So the best way that I was taught is envision that you have a balloon in your belly. And when you breathe in through your nose, envision as you're breathing in, you're blowing up the balloon in your belly. So then you blow up the balloon in your belly, and then you can fill up into your lungs. And then when you exhale through your mouth, blow out, and then your chest should come down, and then the balloon in your belly will start to deflate. So then again, if you breathe in, and then it kind of goes up, and then breathe out. Now, this is something too that I never really understood, but it makes sense. You do the deep breaths, you breathe in, and then you hold, and then a lot of times you breathe out, and then people will go right back to breathing in. A wonderful breath work is to breathe in, exhale, and then count to 10, count to 20 before you try to inhale again. Now, of course, you're not going to do this all day long, but these are things that you can do throughout the day that could really help. And again, it really helps in meditation. And that is why we're here, because it will help you to connect with the spirit world. We use breath work to clear our chakras. Just like we were talking about how Debbie wrote in a question. When I say you can clear the chakras, blow it out. When you clear your aura, I always blow out, and I like to envision it just shooting out of every pore of my body and out the front, the back. So breath work is a lot to do with psychic development. So with that being said, let's try a meditation to kind of get used to the breath work. One thing too, I would like to, before we do that, this book right here, if you really want to dive in, and again, I just barely scratched the surface on this breath work. This book right here, and I'm not getting any money for promoting this, it's called Breath from James Nestor. I don't know if you can see that. In this book, on the back of it, I love it. He says it can help with athletic performance. It can rejuvenate your internal organs. It can halt snoring. It can help with allergies, asthma, autoimmune diseases, and it can even strengthen your spine. So if you really want to dive in, this might be a book you want to get. So there you go. So now let's try this meditation. If you're new to breath work, that's fine. I'm gonna walk you through it. My guides are funny. They said, nobody's new to breathing, but doing it properly is what we're talking about. So if you want to get ready, get into a quiet place where you're not going to be disturbed. This meditation shouldn't be too long. So if everybody's ready, so here we go. Find a quiet space, dim the lights, or light a candle. Lie down or sit comfortably with your spine straight. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold and let it go. Again, breathe in through your nose. Now, exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Gently close your eyes. As you begin this journey, silently set your intention. What are you ready to release? What are you ready to awaken? Call in your higher self, your guides, your ancestors, and the elementals. Earth below you, air within you. Fire around you, and water flowing through you. Know that you are safe and you are protected. Start to deepen your breathing. Inhale through your nose, full and open. Now exhale through your mouth, relaxed and free. Create a steady rhythm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. No pauses, just a continuous flow of air. Let the breath move like waves on an ocean. Every breath pulls in life. Every exhale releases what no longer serves you. Now, begin to breathe a little faster, energizing the body. Keep the breath full, connected, and alive. This is the sacred fire of transformation. As you breathe, imagine light moving into every cell of your body. See that light clearing old pain, stories, and blockages. You may feel warmth, tingling, or emotions arising. Let it come. Cry if you need to. Laugh if it bubbles up. Sound, movement, and tears are all part of the release. You are safe. You are shedding layers of the past. You are remembering who you truly are. Now, as you continue breathing deeply, let your consciousness drift. Imagine yourself walking through a forest. You hear the rhythm of a drum echoing in the distance. Follow that sound. You come to a clearing. A sacred circle glowing with golden light. Here, your spirit guides are waiting. Perhaps you see an animal, a loved one, or a wise ancestor. They offer you a gift, a message, a feeling, a symbol. Receive whatever they give you with gratitude. Let the breath shimmering light above you. Feel yourself expanding beyond the body, merging with the great field of spirit, remembering that you are infinite. Now, begin to slow your breathing. Let each inhale become softer. Each exhale longer. Feel your body resting on the earth beneath you. Your heartbeat slows. Your energy settles. Take a deep breath in and exhale, releasing everything that is complete. When you are ready, bring your awareness back to your heart. Place a hand there and whisper silently, I am whole, I am healed, I am connected. Feel gratitude for this journey, for your breath, your body, your spirit. Gently move your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, open your eyes, carrying this peace and clarity into your day. All right, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the breathwork meditation. Again, you can practice this many times when you're stressed out, when you can't sleep at nights. Maybe you could do this before you go to bed. There's just a lot of things. When we get traumatized, our mind might forget, but our body doesn't, and it gets stored in our body. And this is a great way to kind of store some of the anger and stress and trauma that, again, we have forgotten, but our body hasn't. So the homework is, of course, continue to do that meditation or other meditations that can help you. Again, there's a lot of different ways of doing breath work. Another thing, be conscious throughout the day. Whenever you think about it, just stop and think, hey, how am I breathing? A lot of times, if you're like me, it's going to just be short and quick, short and quick. And then when you realize that, then just stop and take 3 deep breaths. You can kind of hold, release, hold, and then inhale. Do that several times throughout your day. That can help. I love to hum or whistle. That kind of slows down the breath. Also doing like a lot of people do, chanting that helps too. So those are some of the things that you can do that can help you to uh, kind of tap into your breath work, and maybe do a little journal. You might be able to say, wow, you know what? I did this breath work for a week and I can sleep better, or I'm not as anxious, or I just feel a sense of calm, or I can connect better with my spirit guides. So that would be wonderful. Again, you can place comments. Let me know, how was your meditation? How's it going? Um, and work on the breath work. If you have any questions or comments, place that in the comment section. Again, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon and the like. Again, if you would like a personal reading, you can always go to psychicsherry.com, and we can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be about breath work. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this training series. So remember, the more that you practice, the more your intuition grows. And have fun. And I'll see you guys next week.